Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Welcome, Dixie. Welcome, Gourmet Brands Brooklyn. Welcome, Chewy. Welcome, Jim Derringer. Let's go! Alright. Happy Monday, guys. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Let's get into some charts. Woo! That music is too hype. You could be at a funeral and you play that and everybody would be hyped up. Hey, what's going on? Chewy said, hurry up, repumping. Others dominance getting crushed. Let's go take a look at others dominance then. Bitcoin chilling, up 0.87% on the day, looking good. We did break below this little two-touch trend line that we had going on here, but could be a little fake out to the downside. This chart also was interesting because we had a trend line here, which was a three-touch trend line that we broke below. Is it a fake out? That'd be kind of cool. Before we look at anything, let's update our liquidation heat map because we got weekend liquidity on the chart right now, which is probably completely different. Yeah, see, we got 94,236. Let's get rid of some of these. 94,236. 94,236. My port is screaming right now. Let's go. That's what we like to hear. What's going on, Mr. Roberts? What's going on, Cayenne? Cayenne? Like the pepper? I like that. That's kind of cool. Cool name. All right, up above, we got 95,206. We're going to hit that in no time. IDK if I made investments or donations at this point. Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. All right, I'm going to go up here. 95,900. Screaming in pain. Oh no. Okay, I didn't realize that that's what you were talking about. I mean, I think we're all there, honestly. 93,057. Sometimes that happens. I thought you meant like it was screaming to the upside. I was like, all right, sick. I'm over here getting all hyped up. All right, let's see. Let me go one more in the middle. Let's go this one. 93,820. All right. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. I appreciate you for joining. If you're new, please consider subscribing. We've got the daily close contest coming up in approximately 25 minutes. Stick around for that. It's free to enter. Only one will win. And there's the potential $100 prize on the line every single day. Bitcoin is chilling. 0.79, 0.78% on the day. Let's go take a look at others. Dominance. Chewy said it was getting crushed. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. Got a little triple bottom action. Let me move this. Let me move this fractal. Look at that. Wow. What if it just goes straight up, guys? This is actually a horrible chart to look at. Let's get rid of this. So, others dominance. We had a clear trend line here. Broke below it. Retested. Failed. Failed. Third time's a charm. Let's see if we can get an inverse head and shoulders action out of this. Triple bottom blast off. That would be pretty sick. RSI was oversold for a moment. We got an unconfirmed green dot on the momentum wave. See what we can turn this into, boys. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. Chilling. 94,920. 90210. Yeah, we're chilling, chilling. The trend line, the blue trend line is the only thing that's sketching me out. But we've seen fake outs before. We do have a unconfirmed green dot on the momentum wave, which is great. RSI was nearing oversold for a moment. Didn't quite get there. Bitcoin dominance is 64.83. As long as we're above 64, my target's 66 for Bitcoin dominance. We'll see how far that takes us. For now, we're just chilling, watching and waiting. ETH is up 0.93% on the day, looking good. Held 1812 again, broke above it, held it. Looks awesome. I really like that it's holding this purple trend line. This was a big deal for me. It's still a big deal for me. RSI is almost reset. Oops. So we got, is that divergence? If it is, it's sketchy. I don't think it counts. It might actually be bullish and bearish. Kind of looks like both. Maybe bearish, which is bad. But the momentum wave's oversold. And the RSI is reset to the middle. So ETH looks relatively decent for some potential upside if the market cooperates. Sol is up 2.31% on the day. Purple trend line, which was our inverse head and shoulder trend line that led us to a previous or a new all-time high, is what we're holding as support, which is great. Looking good. I don't know, is that a flag? Who knows? But we've retested that a couple of times when we've held it almost every single time. If we did break below it, it was only momentarily. Total 3 looks good, up 0.4% on the day. Chopping sideways. I think I pointed this out yesterday, but it does remind me of a harmonic. I don't know, I'm not a harmonic guy though. Kian said, I don't know if I can come back from being down 78% on some of my coins. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Depends on the coins though. Jim said, I'm sipping half and half. Unfazed crypto portfolio is down, but why worry? Chewy said, Kian, take your losses as write-offs. Jim said, or, I don't know, walk away until the run actually starts. Shinamac said, yo, what's going on, Shinamac? Chewy said, why are you cutting out every 4 seconds? Is it me? I hope it's you. If it's me, it's going to be upsetting. I hope it's not me. You guys have an amazing opportunity to gaslight me. Okay, good. Shinamac helped me out there. Thank you, Shinamac. All right. Yeah. Total 3. Fractal looks decent. We did get this little spike down, which matches up perfectly with this little spike down. And then, honestly, if this was our bottom, that would be pretty decent. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said I had a similar issue. Yeah, hopefully it's you guys. Because if it's me, I'm not sure what to do about that. But if we get a little bounce up here, and then maybe one of these, maybe it'll recouple that way. You know what I mean? Like if you were to take this whole fractal and kind of scoot it up. See how it kind of matches up there now? It's like it's still following the same price action. It's just slightly more bullish than it was previously. So we'll see what plays out. We might just recouple entirely. I don't know. There's a million arguments that I can make for this fractal. Until it really decouples like hard, I'm going to say that, this is what I've been observing because it's pretty consistent. We could be doing another one of these. Fahid said, Gungo where? I'm lost. Haha. I feel it too. But yeah, total 3, keeping an eye on it. Chewy said, if you move the lines enough, you can make any of them match. Exactly. But the whole point is that it's an idea of something that's happened previously. And, I mean, it's hooked us up, man. I made some sick trades right here, for sure. Like, really sick trades right here. Right here, I open up a short like a dummy, and I got stop lost. But that's what happens. The profits outweigh the losses over time, hopefully. That's the main goal. Okay. ADA is down 1.69%, holding 66.41 nicely. If it breaks below 66.41, looking for 66 then. Maybe 63.90. I don't know. My main concern is 60. If we don't hold above 60, I'm going to get a little spooked. But 66 is kind of a big one for me too. SNEK is down 3.46% on the day. Little tweezer bottom situation right here. Nice. Another one right here. We'll see if that results in some upside. RSI was almost oversold. We got some nice reset momentum wave action. So, possible accumulation. Clearly my fractal didn't pay off. XRP's down 0.72% on the day. It did break 217 and it's currently below 214. Maybe retesting $2 pretty soon here. We'll see what happens. Looks good though. What we don't want to see is one of these, because this is not good. That is like a bearish continuation pattern. You know what I mean? And you don't want a bearish continuation when your coin is up like that, especially with XRP specifically. If XRP loses like 150, it's gonna get pretty spooky. Not financial advice though, you know. I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to XRP specifically. It's kind of an anomaly in my brain. HBAR is down 1.35% on the day, broke below 1783, heading towards 16,445. We'll see if it gets a little bounce off the midpoint here and continues to the upside. But this does look like a top pattern. I mentioned it yesterday. Very much looks like a top pattern. We broke through the neckline and we're continuing to the downside. So we'll see if that turns into anything. SWE, surprisingly up 4.95% on the day. Looking good, actually. SWE's currently trading at 343, and it's holding above 342, which is great. See if it bounces in between 342 and 353. I would love for it to try 391 again and see if it can get to $4. That would be sick. But it did have a pretty decent spike to the upside. So we'll see if we get a full pullback to $3, maybe even $2.75. Nice psychological levels there, though. Jim said XRP has almost no support down there to that 60-cent level. Yeah, I know. I know. It's because every time it does anything, XRP will be like down here, like way down here, and then it'll go bam, and then it comes back down, and then it goes bam. There's no price action established like in these zones at all. It just is either 0 or like $3, which is not good. That's what Doge did. That's what ADA did. Eventually, they're going to have to establish the scaffolding that we talk about all the time now. That's the perfect analogy. That might be my golden goose analogy. I'm going to be saying that for the rest of my life. You have to build a scaffolding. My kids are going to be like, shut up. Grandpa keeps talking about scaffolding. Yeah, we know. Just ignore him. HBAR is down 1.38%. We went over this. SWE, okay, Ondo is up 1.1%. Held 84.84 beautifully. Coming up to 90, hopefully. We'll see. This bullish bearish engulfing scenario is quite interesting. Last time that happened resulted in some downside, so we'll see if that happens again. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said it'll vacuum down bad and FUD all the rookies out. Yeah, that could happen too. Ondo, looking for it to hold 84.84. If it breaks, then looking for 80.24 next. Potential bear flag, maybe. If it is, I could make the argument for the target to be not nearly as bad. Maybe 72.72. Not financial advice. Aerodrome down 3.98% on the day. This thing's been killing it, so it needs a little breather. You do got a little bit of a bongo cat possibility right here, which is not good. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. RSI is almost reset. You got a confirmed red dot on the market cipher, which has resulted in some pretty decent downside. Honestly, that confirmed red dot would have been a beautiful short. Kind of butthurt that I didn't take it. And I bet you if you go back and look for it, you could probably find my dumbass saying something about it. Like a couple days ago being like, I bet you I'm not going to, this is going to play out perfectly. And I'm going to be like, did I take the trade? No. Mr. Robert said, my internet is cutting out, Chewy. Phone seems fine, LOL. Damn tech savvy. Dang, is Google trying to FUD my stream? They don't want me to, my charts are too good. Satoshi's trying to shut me down. What did I mention that one time? Was it I mentioned something. Was it the Clintons? I mentioned something on stream and my stream just like insta-rugged. I think it was Charles. I think we were talking about Charles Hoskinson, and then my stream was just like gone. It was the craziest thing. I was like, what the hell? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I'm listening on my phone and watching on the PC for bigger screen. That's like surround sound, like the poor man's surround sound. I like to, occasionally, I'll be like watching something on YouTube. My fiance will be watching it too, and I'm like, uh-oh, I have to poop. So I pull it up on my phone, and then I'll do the like really quick pause and play to sync up the audio perfectly. And I've done it every single time, and it's so satisfying. And then I go poop, and I'm watching it synced up at the same exact time. Make sure you wash your hands when you do that. You don't want poop on your phone. It's gross. But anyways, Aerodrome looks good. It's holding above 60 cents nicely. If it breaks below that, we're looking for 55. Render's up 2.24% on the day. Another retest of 432, holding it very nicely. We'll see if it heads towards 475 again. If not, then maybe a break below and head towards 4. Ever since it got above 432, though, it's held very nicely. So we will see what happens. Polkadot is up 0.08% on the day. Not a whole lot to write home about here. It broke below $4 and it retested it once and failed. Right now, though, it could be a liquidity grab at the halfway point, in which case it has potential upside afterwards. This could also be a fake out to the downside out of this little range, which might not even be relevant soon if it does one of these. That would be pretty sick. We'll keep an eye on it, though. CAS is up 5.21% on the day, looking good. Nice little pump out of CAS. I'm not sure why. I like it when there's like news, or today was a bank holiday, tomorrow there's FOMC, and for some reason some coins are like really red and some coins are really green. And it's just interesting to me to observe, because that shows that in my opinion it feels a lot more like retail is arriving, because people are just showing up buying stuff. Because it's the most random coins. CAS didn't have any news today, Render didn't have any news, SWE doesn't have any news. It's the most random coins, and people are just accumulating, and it's I don't know, it's cool to see. It's a nice experiment. But CAS looks good. Broke below 9.7 cents, and it retested it once so far. No. So it broke above it, broke below, retest failed, retest got above for a second, retest failed, retest, is it going to fail again? We'll see. Jim said, JJ, can we just go and appreciate the monthly RSI for CSCO in the 1990s? Yes, we can in a moment. Avalanche is down 0.9%, broke below 1982, looking for 1828 if it doesn't get back above 1982. Chainlink is down 1.37% on the day. A little rejection off of this upper purple trend line. We'll see if we get a reaction off of 1339. Otherwise, we're probably heading down to 1268. OP is down 3.16% on the day. Broke below 69.3. Couldn't quite even retest that, but it continued to the downside at 64 right now. See if it breaks 63 or holds it. If it breaks 63, it's going to get pretty spicy. Doge is up 0.6%. I'm sorry, 0.26%. If it breaks below the green trend line or even 1681, then I'm looking for 11 cents out of Doge. It's getting spicy. Polygon Matic Pole, nice reaction off of 22. It's down 2.1% on the day. Broke below 23.86, almost retested it, not quite though, and then bounced off of 22 so far. We'll see if it continues to bounce to the upside after that, or if it breaks below it. Near's down 0.22% on the day. Broke below 251, broke below 234. Tried to get back above it, couldn't quite make it. We got a wick right here. We got a wick right here. It's getting spicy for Near. Near also has an interesting little top pattern kind of situation going on, similar to HBAR's distribution. Chili's up 0.74% on the day. I want to see if Chili's gets a reaction off of this midpoint right here, or even right where it's at. I'd be happy with it, honestly. Silver got a little bit choppy today. MicroStrategy down, I guess, 1.99%, but it looks fine to me. Choppy. DXY got a little bit choppy. Nasdaq got a little bit choppy, and S&P got a little bit choppy. Bitcoin chilling at 94, 841 and 34 cents. Let's go take a look at CSCO. Oh, Cisco in the 90s. Cisco's around in the 90s? That's crazy. You said we look, appreciate the monthly RSI for Cisco in the 90s. Oh my gosh. Wow. .com bubble. Holy crap. Okay, that's nice though. It's getting close. Your grandparents will be able to recoup some of their losses soon. That's crazy. Look at that. See it, they valued it for 2 whole decades later. Woo! Holy crap. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. That's the banana zone right there, man. Whew. Spicy meatball. We do like Cisco though, I think. Do we like Cisco still? I don't know. My concept of technology is so out of touch because I am basing it all off of when I went to college in 2012. Jay Shear 2.0 said, yo, what's going on, family? What's going on, Jay Shear? We got the daily close contest coming up in approximately 8 minutes, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Bitcoin is looking good on the monthly. Looking beautiful on the monthly. See what I mean? People are like, oh, we're getting ready to enter a bear market. Okay. Screwballs. I don't get it, man. I do not get it. Oops. All right, let's go down to the daily. See what the daily looks like on a cleaner chart. Okay. Is this that little downtrend? The little recoupling? And then May 14, 15, 16, we get a little bounce. Retrace in June. And then blast off. Interesting stuff. Wait a second. Whoa. Wouldn't that be crazy? I feel like people get the wrong idea from my fractals. Just because I admire them so much. But sometimes they play out really well. I do kind of feel like I feel like Radagast. I'm the Radagast of crypto. Like I'm just kind of like a screwball, and I just like shit works out in my favor sometimes. But when it doesn't really bother me. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, "How long have you been charting?" Oof. At least 4 years. I think it's been 4 years now. Technically, maybe 3. No, it'll have been 4. Because I got in right when I don't know if I'm supposed to say the word. The pandemic happened. And I started charting shortly after that. My first crypto was actually Litecoin. And I bought it on PayPal. Which is pretty funny. But I started looking into everything before that. And I've been like neck deep ever since. It's fun, man. I enjoy it. We got 5 minutes until the daily close contest. Bitcoin's 4-hour chart. Chilling. I really don't know what these blue lines are, but they seem relevant with something. We came back down here and grabbed liquidity out of it. Is this just like a big trade zone that we've been in for a while? Because there seems to be a decent amount of price action here. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting stuff. Let me do one of these. I'm gonna do another fractal. What if this is what What if this is what we're doing? Because it's kind of an uptrend scenario. I don't know where it would link up nicely. It just doesn't. Okay. I don't hit that. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas around. ETH is surprisingly green on the day. Bitcoin dominance still chilling 64.82. Let's take a look at some articles. We got a couple of exciting Cardano news items here. Bitcoin OS demo sends Bitcoin to Cardano and back without a cross-chain bridge. And that's been my biggest criticism of multi-chain crypto is bridges. Bridges always, like clockwork, always get hacked. Every single time there's a huge loss of funds in crypto, it's because of a bridge hack. So we got a couple of these. Bitcoin OS successfully transferred one Bitcoin from Bitcoin to Cardano and back using a cross-chain bridge. It technically wasn't a cross-chain bridge, so moves Bitcoin to Cardano blockchain with and back without using a cross-chain bridge. Oh, okay, they did say without a cross-chain bridge. My bad. And then Bitcoin OS actually saying it. On May 4th, we successfully demoed the first bridgeless transfer of Bitcoin between Bitcoin and Cardano mainnet, performed with Sundial protocol and ADA handle using our all-new Unchained token standard. Here's what happened. That's freaking awesome. We got 31% of IRS tax auditors quit following Doge downsizing. Hell yeah. President Trump announces 100% tariff on all movies imported into the U.S. I don't know, does that mean physical media? Or does that mean movies just like made outside of the United States? I mean, that one's a little bit confusing as well. President Trump says he wants to make a fair trade deal with China. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, man, they're in talks and then they're not in talks and then they're like, oh, we want to make a fair trade deal. And then China's exempting certain products and stuff like that. They're never going to say, we sat down, we think we're going to near a deal, we might sign something tomorrow. They're just going to come out and say, we signed a trade deal. It's been done. And everyone's going to freak out. And I think we're reaching that point. I don't know if they're going to get to the 6-month point in the year with midterms coming up in just over a year and a half. They're going to start getting spicy. You know what I mean? Because they want that re-election for midterms. Jim said, imagine buying the top and waiting 25 years to break even. Dude, that would suck so bad. We got Michael Saylor's strategy buying 1,895 Bitcoin worth $180.3 million. Hell yeah. Saylor's an absolute giga chad. Guys, we got the daily close contest coming in less than 1 minute. We got 48 seconds remaining for you guys to begin to submit your guesses. So get your guesses ready. Let me get the window up. Should I play music? I feel like I should play music. Aye, there we go. Nice. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Monday. Yeah, fun stuff. We are nearing our goal. We've gained like 2 or 3 subscribers in the last day. Very exciting stuff. We have 58 subscribers to go until we hit 1,000 subscribers, which would be pretty sick. Mr. Barber said, if cross-chain is becoming a thing without bridges, will Link be obsolete? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. That's a good question. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I don't know. Oh, get your daily closing. My bad. All right, I got Tyler coming in. I got a little bit lost in the conversation there. Tyler coming in with a guess of 94, 8, 69, 69. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. You got a 5-minute window. Now 4.5 minutes remaining. You're basically trying to guess the daily close price of Bitcoin on the Binance USDT chart. Janix coming in. 94, 926.31. It's interesting to see what people guess as well. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I don't understand why would Bitcoin create Bitcoin OS if they already hooked up with Cardano and it does the same thing. Have you used ordinals or anything like that? Because they have ordinals that kind of operate as a Bitcoin native transaction layer, like a smart contract, but it's so godforsaken slow. It's awful. JSU 2.095.005. So Cardano solves that problem entirely. Imagine being able to completely transact like on Bitcoin using Cardano and the other way around. All of that liquidity just intermingles and they become one. You know who just said that they were going to do that as well? Who just said that they were going to do the same thing? Vitalik and Ethereum. I was cracking up when I read that. I swear, they literally cannot do a single thing original. He's like, Bitcoin is simple. let's bring that simplicity to Ethereum. And all of us Cardano people who have been watching the Bitcoin OS thing unfold for like a year now are like, that seems oddly familiar. We did liquid staking. They attempted and butchered liquid staking. We're doing Bitcoin OS. They're attempting and butchering Bitcoin OS. They didn't even fix their fees, man. They switched from proof of work to proof of stake. Proof of stake. Under the guise of lowering transaction fees. And guess what? Transaction fees are the same. They didn't change at all. Every single time they're like, well, we need to do this, this, and that, and we'll be able to change the fees. We'll be able to lower the fees. Where are the lower fees, bro? You guys suck so bad that everyone moved over to Sol and Sui and like literally anywhere else but ETH. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said Bitcoin can only do 7 transactions per second, so slow. Dude, I remember buying dog for the first time on Bitcoin. I think it literally took over an hour. It blew my mind. I was like, what is this? And then, I mean, I guess it prevents jeets. You know, you can't really sell your bag if you literally can't. So that was pretty funny. I do also enjoy the Bitcoin maxis like freaking out, being like, we don't need smart contracts. You're turning Bitcoin into a useless altcoin. You mother effer. They get so butthurt, dude. All right, we got Chewy coming in with a guess. Tom Selleck's Goat coming in with a guess. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's get these bad boys in. Chewy. 94 is 77769. I like that one. And then Tom Selleck's Goat. 94 is 600. Tom Selleck's Goat. I'm not even joking. So I had there's a whole bunch of lore behind my laptop. I used to have 2011 MacBook Pro 719.88. And I had it for literally 10 years. And then I finally retired it while it still worked. And I bought a new one. I bought a 2019, refurbished 2019 MacBook Pro. Beautiful computer. It was really cheap. It was like $300. Works great. I plan on using it for the next 10 years. And I'm not even joking. I'm like typing and everything's like doubling. Like half of the letters that I type double up. And I Google it, and apparently they tried to redesign the keyboard and they F the whole thing up. All right, time's up, guys, for the daily close contest. Unless you are a Cornerville Chad, which we only have one at the moment, you are no longer allowed to guess for the daily close. The Cornerville Chad has 51 seconds remaining for their additional minute. Let's sort these bad boys. So yeah, the new one that I got has the same problem. I've been able to like circumvent it slightly by like delaying how long you have for it to like double type, but still, most of the time I'll just type shit up and send it because I can't be bothered to like fix every other freaking letter. Fucks me up, dude. Tom Selleck's Goat said, I just looked at the clock, was like, oh shit, I'm late. What you get for not fretting a PC? Right. Yeah. I don't know what chip this has either. I think I missed the M2 chip, which stinks. Yeah, it's got an i5, which is not bad, but I was kind of stoked for the M2. One day, I will be financially comfortable enough to justify, I'm like $2,000 on a fucking laptop for myself again. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, ugh, freaking YouTube, my number didn't go through. I did 3 times. I thought I got you, didn't I? Am I crazy? What's going on here? No, you got Bitcoin can only do 7 trades. Yeah, no, I guess I didn't get. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, you gotta put the weird stuff in there sometimes, the numbers and stuff. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Bitcoin currently trading at 94, 791 and 99 cents. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Currently 94, 791, 99. It is Chewy's match at this very moment. Interesting stuff. Chewy closes right now. 94,783 on Coinbase. I wonder if anyone just sits there and arbitrage trades, if it's even worth arbitrage trading, like when you take fees into consideration between the exchanges for like something as big as Bitcoin. Because there's usually a pretty decent sized difference. Like right now, not so much. There's only like $2 difference, but sometimes it's like 150, $200. And if you do that 10, 20 times, that's $2,000, you know? Chewy said, holy majoli, am I gonna win? 94,770 and 2 cents. It's pretty close, Chewy. Right now, Fahid is in the lead now with that little dumperoonie. 1 minute candle. We were oversold for a moment down here, and it was pretty choppy sideways, which is very interesting. Momentum waves reset as well. We could see some upside here with some upside of the price. If I draw the lines, then you guys will especially believe it. There's a lot of funky psychology that goes into chart reading. It's very interesting. Chewy said somebody pump it. Yeah, you only need $7. You got 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining. That's crazy. $7. Wow. 77769. Dude, I'm kind of excited after this. I'm gonna eat dinner. I didn't eat for some reason because I'm a sociopath. I got these bougie chips today from the Mexican store, and they're made in Detroit, and they're pico de gallo flavored. And wow, I was like, these are gonna be like. I asked the lady, I was like, how much are these? She was like $6. I was like, damn, okay, let's get it. Ooh, Zach coming in. Dong duel and the dong out for 69 buy. You win, I do one. You win and you do one. What? I appreciate that. $5 super chat, Zach. 69 ADA. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. After the daily close contest, we got 53 seconds remaining on the clock. Mr. Robert said, I'm buying, Chewy. I'm buying, bro. 94,738 and 14 cents. Still in Fahid's court. Zach said, I suck at typing. I get the gist. Just lay it out for me in the Discord so that way if I have to sue you, we're still good. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. 94,738 and 14 cents. It is still Fahid's match. Very close to Chewy though. And Shane Mac. 736, 80 cents. Here we go. We're gonna bottom out right here. Finding support. 730, 57 cents. Fahid's got about $11 window right here. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close for Bitcoin. 94,733 and 68 cents. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Fahid, I do believe that ties him up with Mr. Tyler, who came and went and lost because of it. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Your guess of 94,719.88. Hell yeah. The battle continues. Let's go. Spam the bananas in the chat for Fahid. Hell yeah. Fahid said, coming for you, Tyler. Wherever you are. Chewy spam banana. Just one singular banana. Cash Oak said, if price rides my lines long enough, I'll ride it to the ground. LOL 50x. I don't care. I mean, if you're gonna do that, sign up using my Bitunix link, so that I can get a little bit kickback. Chewy said, somebody pump it. Zach said, I suck at typing. Chewy said, I went to get tacos for Cinco de Mayo today, and there were no Mexicans there. That usually full of them. I mean, they're probably at home eating, dude. The place next to my work, every Saturday they sell, they might do it on Fridays now too. They sell homemade tamales. Oh. The fat guy within me, every time I'm in the office on a Friday or Saturday, I'm like, oh. I just go, oh. And then I go buy some tamales and I shove them in my fucking face hole. It's quite disgusting. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Hell yeah. Fahid killing it. Coming for Zach's booty. Unsolicited. Canada would be proud, Fahid. Matter of fact, they called me. They said, hello, JJ from JJ's Cryptic Corner. This is Canada. Tell Fahid we're proud of him. And I said, I will. I will. And then I shed a single tear of maple syrup because I'm French Canadian. So I can do that. All right. Mr. Robert said, oh, I'd be shocked, though, too, if Fahid ties for the crown. Fahid is tied for the crown. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Hell yeah. Jim said, Fahid once again manipulating liquidity to provide him the price he wants. Dude, I'm telling you, it's spooky. Fahid is the only one, when he guesses, I sweat a little bit. Because for whatever reason, since day one, Fahid's guesses have always been like within like a double-digit window. It's freaky, dude. It's supernatural. Fahid, your prize on this lovely May 5th, 2025, the Daily Close Contest victory of 94,719 and 88 cents, and an actual close of 94,733 and 68 cents. Your prize is a cream roll. Congratulations on your victory, Fahid. Enjoy your cream roll and enjoy first place with Tyler again. At this point, I think that legally, in the United States at least, you guys are considered married because of the amount of time that you have remained in the same dwelling. So congratulations on that as well. Whew. Fahid said, I have two, Jim. Mr. Robert said, LOL, Jim. Fahid, holding it down like a boss. Fahid said, now that's a good one. I believe it's Italian as well. Some of them specifically said Italian cream roll. And I was like, ooh, I like me a good cream roll. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. As of this moment, I'm going to go into the Dong Discord and I'm going to Dong Duel Mr. Zach. Here we go. I forgot how to do it. Dong Duel. Dong Duel? Dong Duel. Check Dong. Dong AI. Dong Duel. Zach. All right, here we go. For 69 buy. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll? Drum roll. Fuck! Son of a bitch! Okay, I will be purchasing 69 Dong, or 69 ADA worth of Dong after the stream. I'll take my loss with grace. Damn. Motherfucker got me. Alright. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Jim said Buffett stepping down as chairman of Berkshire. Yes, we did see that. We went over that. And he also recently specified that I believe he said it would be beneficial to own multiple currencies, which I thought was a very interesting way to word buy Bitcoin. But that's the way it is. Let's see who else. Mr. Robert said, yeah, I saw that, Jim. Zach said, so close. Jay Shears cracking up. Dixie said, let's go. Fahid said, and channel now gets shadow banned for that giant FU, LOL. I mean, that happens. It happens, man. What are you going to do? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, what's this duel you speak of? If you join the Dong Discord, then you can find out if you are interested. I recommend going to TapTools, taptools.io. Find Dong. Bam. Verified. Green dot. And click on the Discord link. And then it'll take you there. You can also check out their X account. Some fun stuff. Missed opportunity for Cinco Dong Mayo. I don't know if that's offensive though, so maybe it was maybe it was proper to not say that. There's a reason why I don't run anyone's Twitters. HQZ said, yo, 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 Merry Crypto Mass. What's going on? HQZ. Jim said, HQZ, welcome, good to see you. Happy Monday, guys. It's the beginning of the week. Tomorrow's going to suck ass, but it's going to be a little bit better because the next 3 episodes of Andor come out. I'm super hyped for that. Yeah. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, Tap Tools, the deck screener of Cardano. Yes, it is. It's such a beautiful user interface too, dude. It's ridiculous. I've told them a couple of times they should go multi-chain. I think it would blow up, dude. It is so smooth and intuitive. I'm such a sucker for like user interface, user experience design, and that is, I think, the smoothest I've actually seen executed in crypto without it looking like I'm 2 years old learning how to fucking type in computer class. You know what I mean? Like like Sunday Swap and Dex Hunter and stuff, they don't really need to be complicated. But they also, I don't need everything to look like all bubbly and like user friendly and stuff. Like I'm fragile minded, you know. I don't know. I like Tap Tools. It's very sleek, and nothing against Dex Hunter. Dex Hunter is actually my preferred swap, so I would thoroughly appreciate a sponsorship. Zach said Cinco de Mayo. Cinco Dong Mayo is actually fire. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, I watched your video. Nice. Appreciate that. HQZ said, thanks, Jim. Keep those stop losses tight. 100%. Stop loss. It's high maintenance, but it's worth it, man. It really is. All right, we got Michael Saylor buying 1895 Bitcoin worth $180 million. Absolute giga chat. India offers 0 tariffs on pharmaceuticals, steel, and auto parts from the U.S. Let's go. Pump Fun. This one's great. Generated $294 million in fees so far in 2025, surpassing Ethereum's $249 million. Womp, womp, womp. Poor Vitalik. Whatever will he do? Like he's actually just pocketing the money. I do thoroughly enjoy the idea though that that's an L for Ethereum, only making $249 million. Like that's a shit ton of money. Crypto has definitely like watered down my senses when it comes to money. Cointelegraph, Besset says Trump's tariffs, tax cuts, and deregulation are unified strategies to boost long-term U.S. investment. Let's go. Solana led all L1 and L2 chains in revenue generation for April. Hell yeah. I told you guys, you got to follow the money. And the fact that Solana's fees are pennies on the dollar compared to Ethereum, and they're making more money overall, shows you that there's like, for every one person using ETH, there's probably like over 1,000 people using Sol. That's freaking crazy. And then last but not least, Arkham Alert, 1 billion USDT minted just now. So someone somewhere is minting stablecoins and they're going to pump it to price. So a quick update of our portfolios. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio, I got kicked out of. Give me a second. Let's also refresh our liquidation heat map while we're at it. Okay, getting a little downturn here. We got a 94,236. Yep, that's still there. Okay, interesting stuff, interesting stuff. All right, our portfolios. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $136 at the moment, which is 13.6%. Currently being held up by Render, Proppy, Sol, Fetch, and Ondo, being dragged down by Ada, Shib, Aptos, Near, and Doge. It's funny to see these ones all in the middle just swapping positions every couple of weeks. I was very surprised to see Sol down here the other day, but now Ada has replaced it. Next we got our Memecoin portfolio, down $251, which is 25.1%. SNEK is now at the bottom again. Very sad day. Unfortunately, it seems to be lingering down there. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then last but not least, my favorite and the best performer, the narrative portfolio, up $54.87, which is 10%, almost 11. Looking good. We got VeChain is down $9. Mana's up $7. Fetch is up $12. Pepe's up $13. And Tau is up $29. VeChain's the only one that's not in profits. And in case you guys are wondering, this portfolio is made up of one AI coin, one meme coin, one gaming coin, one real world asset coin, and one decentralized physical infrastructure coin. Very easy portfolio to make. Highly recommend checking out the concept, the idea of the narrative portfolio. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. Chilling at 94,657. Not a whole lot going on. Market's quiet. After the close, Render's green. Chili's is green. SNEK is green. And Bitcoin dominance is green. Interesting stuff. Let me check the chat. Go back to Bitcoin. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Killing it. Enjoy your cream roll. Let's use it to support the price. All right, let me check the chat. Ooh. Jim said, forgot Star Wars is a thing beyond the 6 movies in the original extended universe. Dude, Jim, if you have not seen Andor, please, 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 please. All the other series, like, they're fine, whatever. But Andor, ooh, it is the prequel to Rogue One. So, if you have not seen Rogue One, you could actually probably just not watch it yet. Wait for the remaining 6 episodes of Andor come out. Tomorrow, 3 more come out. And then next Tuesday, the last 3 come out. And then watch all 2 seasons. And then watch Rogue One. It is so good, dude. It is so freaking good. This is the Star Wars content that I've been craving since I first watched Star Wars, which was not that long ago. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, what do you think about DAG? I like the web structure infrastructure instead of the chain. Super low fees too. I will check that out in a moment. Mr. Roberts said there was a dude in full Star Wars suit in our cafeteria at noon today. So hilarious. What a badass. Jim Derringer said, Pro, the only green coin in Grok's 1 to 10K portfolio. What in the world? Narrative has impressed me in these trying times. It has, hasn't it? It's quite impressive. We did, the narrative portfolio, though, we did actually buy at peak fear at the very bottom of like the initial tariff dump, I think. So timing is very important in that factor as well. HQZ said, getting ready for the next leg up. Okay, see you tomorrow. Take it easy, HQZ. Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Roberts said, Leafs starting their first game of the second round now. Nice. And Tom Selleck's said, are they doing more seasons of Andor, or is that it? I think this season is the last one. I have not confirmed that myself. Somebody told me that. And I was like, oh, damn, okay. Which I'm not mad at. I like it when they plan ahead instead of being like Game of Thrones. We're going to do 12 seasons. Nope, we're going to do 10. Actually, we're going to do 8, but we're going to do 12 episodes. Oh, never mind, we're going to do 10 episodes. Man, we're just going to do like 6 episodes. Maybe 8. I'm not sure. And then they butcher it. So when somebody comes out and they're like, this is our definitive plan, this is what we're going to do, I'm totally okay with that. I have no objections. Even if it's short and it sucks because there's not going to be as much of it, I would rather there be less and it be really, really good than there be a crap ton of it and it blows ass. All right. Let's go take a look at DAG for Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. We'll look at the chart and then we'll read up on it a little bit. I'm mildly familiar with it as a project, but not a whole lot. So zooming out on the big boy chart, we got a big swoop down. This is, I believe, Bitcoin breaking previous all-time highs. And then Trump. Is that what this is? Maybe this is not what that is. That's got to be what this is. Yeah, March 2024. Okay, so interesting. See, all I'm seeing is stuff like this on pretty much all of these charts. So if that's going to play out, then we're right at the base. If that's going to happen. The volume isn't quite there by comparison. but the RSI is pretty similar. This right here looks very similar to this. So maybe it's going to do this. Wouldn't that be crazy if it did that? Like, even bigger, on a bigger scale. That'd be nuts. Okay, so there's that on the chart. Let's go down closer. Time frame, 4 hour. Zoom in. 39.29. So we got a confirmed red dot, which resulted in downside. And it's kind of stayed true to that twice now. You got a big spike in volume for some reason. People are buying it up right there. And that hasn't happened in a long, long time. Look at this. You had a big spike right here too. Somebody knew something. It exploded. Big spike right here. Does somebody know something? And is that going to explode? I don't know. It's kind of sus. You got spikes right here too, though. And those were right before a serious downtrend. So be careful. That's not a reliable indicator. Tom Salkscoat said, are there any new episodes of Andor where it's so dark I can't tell what the F is going on? I don't know. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said Department of Defense is using it for their drones. Really? HQZ said, why does it feel like we're going to get a huge pump soon? I feel that too, man. I really do. I don't know why. I really don't know why I feel that way. I've never been more comfortable with the market behaving the way that it's behaving in my entire life, ever. And it's freaking me out. Dag. Actually, I'm just going to ask Grok. If you guys ever want to know what to use AI for, it's stuff like this, honestly. I use it for so much research, it's ridiculous. What is the cryptocurrency called? Dag. Can you tell me about it? Jim Derringer said, because we've had huge dumps, usually after you take a dump, it's time to pump. I think that that's a fetish. But yes, I agree. 100%. It definitely feels that way. I don't know why it feels that way. There's nothing indicative, no telltale sign where I'm like, oh my gosh, last time this happened. HQC. That's exactly what I was talking about. Oh, shit. Oh, that's great. That's so great. That is literally what I was talking about. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, Bitcoin. I don't know what it is, man. It's giving me these vibes. I wish there was a in between, but look at it. Like, this is all I see. You had this range, it broke out, retested, lingered for a minute, and then bam. This thing did a little triangle, broke out, lingered for a minute. Is it gonna bam? Maybe it comes down for a retest and lingers, and then bam? I don't know. But it feels like we're ready, man. It feels like we're locked and loaded. Maybe I'm crazy. But look at right here. People could have made the argument right here. Look at the RSI. It's literally right on the precipice of being overbought. They could have made the argument, oh my gosh, if you're longing here, you're a complete moron. What an idiot. And then they probably shorted, got liquidated, and the guy that longed made 50% on his spot trade. Hello? Are we paying attention? Is anybody paying attention? It's crazy, man. It's crazy to me. So the RSI is not a reliable indicator as to whether or not we're going to pump or dump on the higher time frames when we're in a market like the one that we're in. Institutional adoption, government adoption, basically global adoption. I think that the statistic that we read the other day was less than 7% of the world population owns crypto. What if that doubles? What if we just get to 14? the market cap of everything is going to double if that happens. Am I making sense? Jim said if she comes back down for that retest, I will pray for alts. Oh, dude, it's gonna be sloppy and spicy and juicy and mean. It's gonna burn a little bit. You're probably gonna have to shower afterwards. If that happens. Yes, I agree. What's crazy though is the alts that hold up when that stuff happens. It's kind of mind blowing, honestly. But yeah, I love how rebellious Render is. Everything else is like super red, and Render's like, I think I'm gonna try 475 again. HQZ said makes perfect sense. It does. It's blowing my mind, man. Jim said I might even have to shave. Oh, if you guys are ever at all interested, Zach from Dong, the guy that just challenged me to the Dong duel, asked me. I think it was him. Somebody from Dong asked me how much to shave my beard. I asked my family. They said 10 grand. I thought that was crazy. I was gonna say like 2,500. I've had the beard for like over a decade. I was told that I would be disowned if I did it for 25. I was told I would be disowned if I did it at all. But I think for $6,900, I could sell the concept. So if you guys are ever interested in me shaving my stupid face for whatever crazy reason, $6,900 will do it. Just for the record, in case you guys ever care. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your cream roll. Is that what it's called? Is that what we're calling it? Bitcoin's currently trading at 94,618 and 58 cents. Fahid and Tyler are tied for first. I believe Hoffs is still second. Jim said losing the beard would be criminal. It would be pretty strange. I don't know how long it would take to grow back either. My daughter threw the most like brutal shade at me. I don't even remember the exact intricacies of the conversation, but I think my fiance freaked out. I was like, it'll grow back. And my daughter goes, it hardly grows right now. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? I felt so butthurt after that, man. I was like, damn. I did the shook Richard Simmons thing where he's like, fucking shook Pikachu. It was pretty funny though. It was pretty funny. I was proud. I was proud at the same time that I was butthurt. Tom Selksgoat said, I will scoop more Sol if that happens. Sol's been holding up pretty decently as well. I'm proud of Sol. I think that this neckline from this breakout is a very important spot, honestly. This was a very obvious inverse head and shoulders, and it literally resulted in the new all-time high. And then this, I don't know if this is a harmonic or whatever the hell it was, but it broke down. And now we're back above the neckline. So we came back down, we retested the lower trend line of this range. Did a little fake out below it, and then now it broke back above the neckline, and we're holding the neckline, and it looks good. It looks good right now, in my opinion. Sol looks really good. So, not financial advice, but oh, I gotta check up on my Harambe as well. HQZ said, would you shave your butt for free? I have shaved my butt before. It's not worth it. It's very itchy. I would just rather have a hairy butthole. It's the dumbest thing in the world to do. Mr. Roberts said, I'm going to switch over to the Leafs game. Take care, good people. See you, JJ. Take it easy, Mr. Roberts. Appreciate you for stopping by. Jim said, even the child is unamused. Brutal. HQZ said, bye, Mr. R. And Sol will hit 220 again. Easy. Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's find out what DAG is. What is Constellation DAG? Overview. Constellation is a cryptocurrency and distributed ledger technology protocol launched in 2017. It uses a DAG architecture to achieve consensus, aiming to address scalability, speed, and cost issues found in traditional blockchain systems. Unlike blockchains that group transactions into blocks, Constellation's DAG records transactions as vertices connected by edges, allowing for parallel processing and theoretically infinite scalability. Why does that actually make sense visually in my brain? That's weird. What's happening in my chat right now? Holy shit. Mission. Constellation focuses on processing big data securely and cost efficiently or effectively. God, I can't read. Enabling integration with external data sets via APIs. It aims to provide a scalable infrastructure for applications in industries like IoT, which is Internet of Things, supply chain management, and big data management, with notable partnerships such as the U.S. Air Force and Amazon Web Services. Wow. Wow, those are big boys. That's crazy. The native token serves as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum for seamless communication between network components. It is used for transaction staking and governance within the ecosystem. Okay, so the U.S. Air Force does not need to buy any DAG. Amazon Web Services does not need to buy any DAG unless they want to participate in governance, but it doesn't really make sense for them to do so. This is one of the few scenarios where it seems reasonable to have governance with partnerships that big. Security. Low or no fees, scalability, consensus mechanism, smart contracts, proof of meme? What? What? Proof of meme? Based on their reputation rather than computational power or token holdings. This encourages honest participation and enhances I don't know if that's correct terminology. Is it really proof of meme? That's pretty funny. Real world applications. Okay, this is the part that I'm interested in. Constellation has partnered with the U.S. Air Force since 2019 and the Department of Defense 2021 to automate big data management and secure communications, showcasing its enterprise-grade capabilities. That is actually sick. Internet of Things. The fearless and scalable nature of DAG makes it ideal for IoT ecosystems where billions of devices require fast, low-cost transactions, supply chain and big data. Constellation's ability to handle complex data flows supports transparent supply chain tracking and secure big data processing. Partnerships, collaborations with Amazon Web Services and Konami Software highlight its focus on integrating with major tech infrastructures. Nice. This partnership is huge to me. The Air Force and the Department of Defense, that's actually sick. Especially the Department of Defense is like administrative. So that's, they gotta, I would assume they have a lot more information that requires discretion and speed. That's actually sick. Market trading information advantages, challenges, and criticisms. Experimental nature, security concerns. Really? IOTA face security issues. Really? Due to weak cryptography. What? That's crazy. I thought IOTA was one of the few that was quantum resistant. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Proof of reputable observation instead of proof of work. I figured proof of meme was like Grok just taking something from some tweet. Community sentiment. Strong optimism. 100x is another question. Caution. Comparison. IOTA, Nano, HBAR. Really? Ourbit? Nobody's ever heard of that one. Future potential. Conclusion. Okay, that's actually really cool. So the Air Force part is a big part for me, but the description of what they do actually was really cool. So right now you get a group of transactions right now like this. You get several transactions of varying sizes, and they all go through in a block. And this block goes through, and then it's done. The way that was described was literally like, this is a transaction, it's like a queue. The transaction goes through in the order it was received, and it just makes sense. Instead of everyone being like, okay, let's all pile into this SUV, and then we'll go to our destination. Everyone's just walking to the destination because it's right the frick outside. because that's the internet, bro. It just makes more sense. I don't know. That was very satisfying to read. Proof of trust me, bro. Jim said quantum resistance is an illusion. I can't name a single layer 1 that has QR from the first block. I think quantum computing is also an illusion, technically, by that standard. So, touche. Take that, Jim Derringer. Total 3. I'm hoping that that's our bottom right there. And that we're going to start trending up. Because right here, you got your little spike and your little spike, your little spike and your little spike. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Why can't I grab that? Hello? Why am I struggling so bad? There we go. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, they're not identical by any means, but, you know, it's literally just like one is tilted a little more. That makes sense? I don't know. I'm an artist at heart, so don't judge me and my stupid fractals. Oh. All right, fellas. I'm probably going to call it. Congratulations, Fahid, once again, on your victory. Or my friends Brooklyn said, pretty interesting, right? I'm surprised at price, though. $392, reasonably cheap for Department of Defense and Amazon Web Services involvement. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of big partnerships and deals and stuff. I don't know if it's a matter of it being swept under the rug or retail just not being here. But yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see, man. We will have to wait and see how things turn out. But it is, in my opinion, that's a big not catalyst. It's really good for their resume, essentially. And by resume, I mean, like, instead of seeking employment, they're seeking investors, essentially. So it looks good for the next guy to look into and be like, oh my gosh, they partnered with these 3 huge entities. I'm going to buy some. So it probably will help your bags in the long run, as long as they maintain good standing within the community. So court of public opinion goes a long way. Anyways, I'm going to call it. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Monday, and good night.